All right, look at number 1. I want to find angle A, which means I need to know what BC is, that arc.
So you 110 plus 160, which you get to 270.
Right, hold on right there. I add up the 110 and the 160 and get 270. Now that's everything else on the circle, not the part I need.
So you're going to do 360 minus 270, and you'll get
90.
So that means BC is actually 90 out there.
90 divided by 2 will give you.
Then I can say 90
45.
divided by 2 and get 45. Because if you got the outside, you divide to get the inside. Remember, the angle is always the small one. Arc is always the big one. All right, go to the second one.
78 times 2, you get 156.
All right, so I do 78 times 2. So that 156 goes out there.
So you do 360 minus 156, you get 204.
I need everything else for Y, X, Z. So I do 360 minus the 156.
You get 204.
204. And then the last one over here, if I want to know AB, well, the 110 inside
Times by 2.
times by 2 gives me 220 on the outside.
220 plus 50 equals 270.
Now you get plus 30.
So that would be 270. 360 minus the 270
Is 90.
means what's left out there is 90. Is that right?
Oh, 30 right now.
This would be 210 plus the 50.
Up there to me was 50.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
30. 30. Oh, that's a 50. All right, first thing I need to do, I'm going to take care of this 42. 42 is the angle.
So you do times by 2.
Multiply by 2 to get the 84 on the outside. The problem is this, is 84 what I'm supposed to be answering? TS is down here.
And you see it's a
But you
semicircle.
can subtract 84 from 180.
I see that semicircle at the bottom. Again, if you ever see the center in here and the diameter going through it,
That's
you're
semicircle.
probably going to do the 180. So for TS, I would do 180 minus that 84
You get
and get 96.
That's TS.
All right. For angle R, on the other hand, does that 124 go with the R?
180 minus 124. You get
No.
that.
So I have to do 180 minus 124
It's going to be 56.
to get 56 for QS.
28.
Divide by 2 and get 28 for that. Which ones are supposed to be the same on that person?
C and B.
All right, B and C have to match. So if B is 43, C is 43.
But can we just write it is equal to A and B?
But it's going to give you a number, so go ahead and put the
And
number.
if A is 37, then D is
And then
37.
A has to match D because they're on the same side. So that would be 37 there. Right. Angle B, if I ever see a diameter like this,
180.
what automatically happens with that angle?
That's right.
Right.
So that's got to be a 90. It's automatic every time. Right? That means AEC in this case is that semicircle. It's got to be 180. Now, it says that angle C is 47. And then it asks for arc BC. Does the 47 go with arc BC?
47
No.
times 2 would be
94.
94.
So I take the 47 and multiply by 2 and get 94 right there.
Subtract
That's
that
AB.
from.
That's AB at the bottom.
All right. So that right there is AB. I can fill that in.
And subtract that
Then I
from
say 180 minus 94.
Be 86.
86. And then divide that by 2. And it'll be 40.
So 86 is
BC.
the BC. And then I can divide that 86 by 2
That'll be 43.
and get 43 there.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, we know on these that the opposite angles have to add up to be 180. So A plus C is 180 and B plus D is 180. So A is 4x plus 12. C is 88 equals 180. So 4x plus 100 equals 180 minus 100. 4x equals 80. Divide and get 20 for x. Yes, sir. 12 plus 88. right here.
I thought it was 8.
All right, so then I would do x is 20, so I do 4 times 20 plus 12 and get a being 92. Go to b and d, that's 5y plus 10 plus 3y plus 10 equals 180. All of this stuff on the left, go ahead and combine it just like it is. What is 5y and 3y? What is
20.
10 and 10 is 20. So I wind up with 8y plus 20 equals 180 minus the 20. 8y equals 160. Y equals 20 on that one. What do I do with that 20?
You plug it into the B formula.
So I would say 5 times 20 plus 10, that's 100 plus 10 or 110. D would be 3 times 20 plus 10 or 70. Go back and check. These two, 110 and 70, 180, 92 and 88, 180. So we feel good that we got the right answer.
It's like playing lottery.
This is going to mix all of it together, and you've got to be able to identify what stuff they're asking for. The first thing you need to do before you ever work these problems is figure out the arcs on the outside. The mistake everybody makes is this right here. Oh, there's a 62. I'm going to put a 62 right there.
Nope.
That is not it. Do not do that.
It'd be 180 minus 123 because it's semicircle.
You take the semicircle and do 180 minus 123. This part is 57. Then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to do 180 minus 62 and get 118.
So CD gonna be 118.
CD is 118, yes. Right? So what you do is that first. Now, let me go ahead and show you this while I'm at it. Sometimes it's going to have the 62 in there. Well, what kind of angle is that? Central or inscribed?
Central.
Oh, central, because it goes to the center, comes back out. What do I know about the center angle, central angle, and the arc?
Okay, if you gave me the arc,
They would be the same. These two would be the same. So sometimes it's going to give you the inside part, the central angle, we'll just match it on the outside. Sometimes it's going to start with the arc on the outside.
So that means if the outside 62 on that one says it's central, it'll be the inside would be 62.
Yes. So I know this 62 has to match that 62 in there.
So the inside of the top would be 118.
This part right here, yes, would be 118. That right there.
So that only counts if it's central.
Only if it's central, yes, because we're about to talk about it. All right, so once you have all the arcs on the outside, then you can start looking at this. Arc CD.
118.
Well, we just did it, 118.
BAC.
But then this turns into angle BAC. So what you've got to do is say, all
123.
right, BAC.
It's central.
What kind of angle is that?
Central.
Central.
So it's 123.
All right, but here's how you can determine is it a central angle or not. Look at all the ones that have angle in front of it. What is the center of the circle?
A.
If A is in the center of the 3 letters, that's a central angle. If something else, like number 8 over here, CED, A is not in the center, is it? So what kind of angle is that going to be?
Inscribed.
That's going to be an inscribed.
So it's either divided by 2 or times by 2.
All right, so going back, BAC would have to match because it's a central angle. Number 3, BAE. I go from B to A to E. That's going to match because it's a central. That's 57.
C.
CDB, well now I'm back to an arc. So I'm going around. Remember, arcs go around. CDB,
118.
I go from C to D to B.
236.
So this right here is 180 plus the 57, 237. Arc CED. I go around C to E, finish at D. 242. Again, all I'm doing now is just adding up the parts. Angle DAE, is that central or inscribed?
Central.
Central because A is in the middle. So DAE is right there.
62.
Matches that 62. All right, now look. Angle, let me get rid of that. Angle BEC. So look, BEC.
It's an inscribed.
That's inscribed. So it's going to be
123.
half of that 123. Because inscribed is half the arc.
Be 61.5.
So I'll do 123 divided by 2 and get 61.5. Angle CED. CED.
118
That's it.
divided by 2.
Inscribed angle again.
Be 59.
So that would be 118 divided by 2. You get 59. Then it goes back to an arc. Arc EBC.
Be 97 plus 120.
EBC.
57.
Wait a minute now. EBC.
57 plus
57.
123.
Y'all are making it harder than it is. What is it?
It's 180.
It's 180.
Yeah.
It's a semicircle. I'm not going to add those up. I'm just going to say that's a semicircle and put 180. Angle DAC. What kind is that?
It's
Oh, central.
It's a central because it's got A. So DAC would be
118.
there. So that's going to be
So basically, the one
118.
really working out is 26 times 2.
all right. 26 is an inscribed angle. So I would multiply that by 2 to find
To
the
get that arc.
Then I can use
20.
well.
That,
I'm going to use the
180.
52 and do 180 minus 52.
128.
That tells me this arc is 128.
You take 43 and do the same thing.
All right. 43 is what kind of angle?
Central.
Central, which means it's going to match what's on the outside.
Holy crap, I messed everything
And then I'm going to say 180 minus 43 and get 137 for that one.
Dang it.
If it's a central angle, it matches.
Well, I messed
If it's an inscribed angle, you have to double it.
Holy crap.
Make sure you follow the rules. So once we have the arcs, then I can start doing this stuff. Arc CD would be 137. Angle BAC. BAC is a central, so that would be 128. Because I'm looking at that right there. Number 3, angle BAE. So BAE is there, matches that 52. Then it goes back to arc CDB, so I'm going around the circle. Get 232 because I'm adding up those pieces right there, or 360 minus the 128 that I don't need. CED, same process. I'm going here. I need everything except the 137. So I'll do 360 minus that and get 223. Angle DAE, so I'm there. Matches the 43 because that's a central. Angle BEC. So BEC is here. What kind of angle? Inscribed, which means is what?
No, you have to
You
divide
have to
by
divide.
2.
You better divide by 2 and
64,
say
I had-
128
I had
divided by
that.
2 is 64. Angle CED. So CED goes here. What kind?
Inscribed.
Inscribed, which means I'm going to divide 137 by 2 and get 63, nope, 68.5. EBC, well, back to an arc. So I'm going around, still 180 no matter which way you look at it. Angle DAC, so there's my angle, that's a central. It's going to match the outside, 137.